seniors in Minnesota chose new Medicare plans for 2019. Now what? Ed Arias of Blue Cross MN joins me now to help us get familiar with the plan's benefits. So thank you so much for joining me, Ed. I really appreciate it.
Glad being back.
I know you have a lot of calls going into your office, and I know that you've been very busy. Your staff is excellent, but let's start with the number one question, though, which is, I'm new to Medicare Advantage, which many are, so what's important for me to know?
I think the biggest thing that our members, especially those people coming off of cost plans, for them to be aware of with Medicare Advantage plans is they want to make sure that their doctors accept the plan they're on. So network access is really important when you're on a Medicare Advantage plan.
Okay. Number two, my plan has a nurse line. So when would I use something like that?
Nurse line is a really good tool for you to use when, say, you're home and you're not sure if you should go to urgent care or to the emergency room. You don't feel right, but you're not sure what to do. You can call the nurse line and speak to a registered nurse who can give you some advice. Maybe it's something you just need to take an aspirin for, or the nurse might ask you to, go ahead and have someone drive you to the emergency room.
So you actually get a real life person at the end of the line?
You do.
Okay, because I know a lot of times if you go online, you don't really feel like you're getting a real life person or something like that. But there is a number for people to call.
There is.
Okay, so what then is an annual wellness check?
An annual wellness check is not what people think it is. It's not an actual annual physical, which is what most of us are used to when we see our doctors once a year. An annual wellness exam is a really good opportunity for you to spend some time having a conversation with your doctor. It's a golden moment, as some people like to say. The doctor will basically ask you a few questions, usually a list of 8 to 12 questions to kind of get a feel for where you are physically and how you're feeling about yourself. The doctor won't do any exams, they won't run any blood work for you. Simply be a conversation with your doctor.
Okay, so with the idea that maybe you will have an appointment coming out of that conversation.
Absolutely, and what the doctors will normally do is, and I highly recommend our members do this and others alike, is if you're gonna go in for an annual wellness exam, probably a good time to also schedule your annual physical so you can maybe kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Okay, all right. So then, if someone has a question, where is the best place for them to start?
The best place for most people to start with a question is your agent. If you've worked with an agent who enrolled you and put you on these new Medicare Advantage plans, they should be a really good resource for you for some of the basic questions about some of your benefits. If you want to speak with someone by phone, on the back of everyone's member ID card is a 1-800 number for customer service that they can call, and those service representatives will be able to answer all of the questions from network access to how your benefits work and maybe tell you where you should fill your prescriptions.
Mm-hmm. Because in a lot of cases, some people might go from, okay, so I see my doctor once a year, but now I'm being diagnosed with something else and I need to see a specialist. So is that a phone call that's going to help them find a specialist? Or
I love that you mentioned that. Yes, on that 1-800 number to our customer service reps, they'll also be able to help you find specialists that'll be in network for you to use on your plan.
Okay, and then what if I just want to learn more about the plan? What do I do?
So you have a couple of options. You can obviously always call the 1-800 number to talk to someone over the phone and ask questions about your benefits. I always recommend working with your agent. If you have a relationship with an agent, you should always be able to call them and ask questions about your benefits and your plan. The other thing that I think is really good is Blue Cross Blue Shield of Minnesota has 3 retail locations. I happen to manage the one in Edina. And if you make an appointment, we'll set aside an hour to meet with folks to go over their plans and their benefits if they're not really sure how the plans work or what they should do next.
Okay, and then finally, one more thing I might not know.
For 2019, I think the most important thing is to stay calm. I think right now there were so many people that had to pick new plans in Minnesota, and so they're seeing some delays in getting ID cards, and they might be seeing some delays in getting their bills. My recommendation is relax. You'll get your bill in the mail, your ID card will come. If for some reason you need some information prior to getting any of that, call the 1-800 number on the back of your card. We'll be able to assist you by phone as well.
I love it. Relax. Now, you also have a few things that are happening around the state of Minnesota that are free for people. Tell me about that one.
Yeah. So the Blue Cross Blue Shield retail centers offer free classes to members and non-members alike. We offer classes that range from healthy cooking preparation to ballroom dancing. And we also offer CPR and first aid classes.
Oh, fun. Do you see people do some ballroom dancing out the window of your office?
Absolutely. I often get asked to participate.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
That's
however,
funny.
I'm working, so I'm unable to.
Oh, rats. That would be it. That'd be a photo moment. So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate all that. So, my guest this evening has been Ed Arias of Blue Cross MN. If you have any questions, just head to www.bluecrossmn.com/centers. And then, of course, if you like what you're learning on What's Next with Diana Pierce, we ask that you go to click like on Facebook. And if you're seeing us on YouTube, we hope you will subscribe. Thank you for joining us. And until next time.